Beautiful.
So welcome, Tania. So you've been in the program for a couple of months now. I think it was June you started, hey, the Fit Vibes program?
Yep.
Yeah, awesome. So how were you feeling when you started? Like what made you go, right, I need to change? What sort of things were you experiencing within your life and within your health?
I was just sick of doing quick fixes, losing weight and putting it all back on again. I eat reasonably healthy and I exercise, but I just didn't know about macros, about carbs and fats and proteins and putting them all together. So my fitness pal has been a saviour. It just keeps me accountable, I think. And just knowing that I have to go to the gym 3 days a week, I plan that into my week, and that helps too.
Yeah.
So before I was doing all that, but I was still binge eating and doing all the wrong things. And now that I've started your program, I've realised that I wasn't eating enough fats and carbs. I was eating lots of protein, but I wasn't balancing it out. So
yeah, right. So when you said you're doing like the quick fixes, so things like different diets, because I think you were fasting at one stage, you said when we first spoke, hey, like you were trying the whole fasting thing.
Yeah, I thought that was a good thing to do. I wasn't eating breakfast, I wasn't eating till lunch. I was doing 5-2, so 2 days a week, eat 500 calories. Now I look back and think that was crazy. I was doing 16-8, so you fast for 16 hours and you eat in an 8-hour window. Mm-hmm. So I'd start lunch at 12 and then I'd finish eating by 7 or 8 that night. So I was getting up and going to the gym, and now that I'm not doing that, I just feel so much stronger. You know, my weights are going up in 2 months where they haven't gone up in months before.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So it was really like you would see those quick fixes marketed like, 5 and 2 or 16 and 8. I'd actually never heard of the 16 and 8. So that
I know. Yep.
There's so much out there, hey.
Yep, definitely.
Nothing was changing. Like you're eating really low calories, like 500 calories. But your body wasn't changing, like you couldn't shift the weight.
No. Or I did lose a couple of kilos and then I'd go back to old habits and put it back on.
So then you'd feel like you'd have to binge eat. You'd just kind of, as soon as you'd stop doing it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, definitely.
And you hadn't really essentially learnt anything, hey? Like it's...
Not at all. Everything that I've done up until now, I haven't learnt anything, no. It was quick fixes. It was, high protein, low carbs, I felt like I couldn't go anywhere, and like I haven't got invited out for tea or something, I couldn't go because I couldn't eat. Now I go out for tea, I've got to eat carbs, I've got to, I've got to fuel my body, whereas I wasn't doing that before. No. I wouldn't eat, sometimes I wouldn't eat hardly anything during the day just so I could go out for tea. Now I'm just eating all day and still going out for tea and eating what I want.
Yeah, but your body's changing, hey? Like you're...
Yeah, definitely. Yep.
So physically, what have you seen? Like obviously your body shape has changed heaps, like your body composition, and you mentioned you've been getting stronger, like being able to fuel your body and get stronger and lift weights. Only 3 days a week, hey? So it's not like you have to do a crazy amount of exercise. So what is the biggest change physically that you've seen?
I losing weight, feeling better in my clothes, and it's only 2 months in, as you said. Well, I started a bit later after being on holidays, but all my clothes fit again, and it's only 2 months. Normally I'd have to do it for 6 months to get anywhere like this, Like I was thinking, by Christmas I'll be back into all my clothes. It's a couple of months since I've been back on holidays and I feel great. All my clothes fit and better.
Yeah.
I feel stronger. I bounce out of bed in the mornings. The day I go to the gym, I feel great all day.
Yeah.
So I've started exercising on those other days as well because it's good endorphins. You feel better.
Yeah. So you went from not really having much energy, not wanting to work out, to now you do your strength training 3 days a week, and then you just feel like you've got energy to like go for a walk or do
definitely
parties and
do
different things that
you
wouldn't have felt like doing before, hey?
Not at all. Like I go to the gym on a Monday and then I do Pilates on a Monday night. Normally I'd balance that out, but I'm like, I feel great. I want to do it.
Yeah.
And then last night was my rest day, but I felt great. So I went for a walk for an hour. Like I just, feel better. It's,
Yeah, amazing. And so
Yep.
before, when you were trying all these things like the fasting and those types of quick fixes, nothing was changing though. Hey, like even though you were trying really hard, you were doing all this restrictive stuff, your body shape
Yep.
wasn't shifting, your weight wasn't shifting. Hey.
No. And if it did, it'd shift and then it'd just come back again.
Yeah.
Because I was cutting out everything that I enjoyed and then I'd binge eat. Whereas now I throw those little things in that I enjoy in moderation. So it's not coming to the weekend and I think, I want to have this, this and this. Or, you know, like I like Snickers. Now I'm making a healthy Snickers nice and I have one piece, maybe once or twice a week. Or sometimes not at all if I don't feel like it. But I'm replacing those things that I wanted with healthier versions or in smaller doses. So I'm not coming to the end of the week and binge eating.
Yeah, and it's not like you have to say, oh, I can't have it, I can't have it, I can't have it.
No.
You used a willpower to not have it, and then someone's saying like you can't, so it makes you want it even more.
Absolutely.
When you
Yep.
can eat whatever you want, and like you said, you know now what foods fuel your body and what sort of things that you need. So then
Definitely.
you have freedom, hey, to choose what
Yep.
you like and what your family likes. So what sort of things are you eating now that you didn't think you ever would? So you mentioned like a Snickers.
Heaps.
Yeah.
Every day. Orange juice, you know, like in the afternoon I'll have orange juice and a boiled egg and, you know, whereas I was just having bits and pieces or just a boiled egg, but now I've got to throw the carbs in with the protein. So I have a big glass of orange juice with it. Mashed potato, pumpkins, or even sweet potato, you know, in the air fryer and stuff like that. Just more carbs. Heaps of foods.
Yeah.
You know, I limited myself so much from so many foods, and now I'm just eating them all throughout the week. That's why I'm not craving foods come the end of the week. You know.
Yeah. It's not like you're hanging out for the weekend till you can.
No,
and then you start,
not at all.
You can't stop yourself, and then you have
No.
to start again Monday, going, "Oh, that was just stupid." Now I'm back.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Awesome. And how do you feel within yourself? Like, obviously, more energy is good. Like, more confidence. Like, do you feel like you've grown as a person as well from
Definitely.
your journey?
Definitely. Yep. I do enjoy a beer here and there. Yep. I'm not saying I'll never drink again, but at the minute I feel so good. I haven't had a drink since I got back from holidays in August.
Yeah, and you even went to the grand final and you chose not to drink. Hey,
that was crazy. Normally that's like, you know, I'd slab a beer all weekend and just drink.
Yep.
And I'd feel like I'd definitely enjoy it, but I didn't feel like it. I was with lots of friends and I don't know, we just were busy with the kids and I took a nice wine glass and had mineral water all weekend in a glass and everyone thought I was drinking.
Yeah, that's it.
So, which I don't need to prove myself to anyone. I understand that, but I think because I am a big drinker normally on those days that everyone's like, oh, you know, Tan, where's your beer? And I'm like, oh, I'm just having vodka and mineral water, you know, like I just,
Yeah.
And then I come home and normally that next week I eat all this crap for a week after that weekend too. And I didn't. I didn't need to get back into my fitness pal. I used that all weekend because I planned my weekend all weekend.
Yeah, awesome.
You know, normally I'm like, I'll grab a bag of chips. I didn't take any chips, so I didn't have to feel like I had them. And it was morning tea and I just looked on my phone. I'm like, oh, this is what I'm eating. And I had everything in the fridge ready to go. So planning was a huge key that weekend. Huge.
Yeah, that's so good. And like you don't feel like you're missing out either because you feel so good, like you said, and you make that choice consciously because you know that if you're like, all right, well, I feel good, I don't want to jeopardize that. Hey, so
definitely.
Yeah, and you feel so much more in control of your choices and situations.
Yep. Definitely.
Yeah, that's amazing. And obviously too, you know, with a lot of the mindset work that we get you to do you feel like that's really helped you to grow and evolve into this is now just your way of life and this is just how you'll continue, like rather than it being like, oh, well, I'm just going to do this for a couple of months, you know, just to lose a bit of weight.
Yep.
You feel like now this is truly something that you could continue doing for the rest of your life?
Definitely. At the start, I was a bit like, I know how to use my fitness pal. I'm going to the gym. That's all I need to do. I don't need to do all this paperwork and mindset stuff a little bit. And the more I do it on a weekly basis, the more I realise it's not just about eating. It's about my mindset. It's about how I feel, how I go about my day. And the more I do that, the more I realise that it helps me 100%. You know, write down what I'm grateful for, and getting the family involved in all those sorts of things too, not just jumping out of bed and going, oh, what am I having for breakfast? You know, I'm grateful for everything in my life, and I want to exercise and I want to feel good, and and seeing you do it, and the little post that you put on about, you know, what you do with your family, and I don't know how long you've been doing it for, but all down the track you are still doing this. You still do you're still grateful for what you do every day. That's good to see too. You know, you haven't just done it 3 years ago and now you've stopped because you know what to do. You've made it a part of your life, and that's it's good to see, you know.
Yeah, awesome. So do you feel like having that community there where you've got, you know, that guidance and also, you know, the group of ladies as well, do you feel like that's really helped to be able to I guess emulate and see what other people are doing? You kind of draw from that inspiration, and it just allows
100%. 100%. I'm not big on Facebooks. In the morning I'd flick through and have a look in that, but now I just get on your page, see if anyone's put any posts for recipes or all that sort of stuff. And it's nice, you know, you post on someone else's post and then they reply to yours and you feel good. You know, you have a bad day. It's not about all the rewards and doing good things. It's the bad things too. And then, you know, you have a few girls right on there like, yeah, actually I can do this, you know, and they're there for you. And it's amazing feeling, you know, like I feel like I've known all these women all my life now. Like it's a great, you know, it's all walks of life, and it's a great community-based learning page. It's it's good.
I think a lot of women forget that having that element and that community and that environment where everyone is, you know, trying to better themselves, they're driving for success, they're raising their standards, because in order to do, you know, this or take this journey and see changes, like you do have to have a certain set of standards, and you do kind of level up. So it's great to surround yourself with other women who are actually doing that every day, hey, and you can just be driven by to what they're doing. But also, like you said, in terms of it's not all, you know, happiness and sunshine and roses. Like there's times where things do go to crap and you need that support. And when you don't have that, if you're not in this sort of environmental community, that's when you can start to feel bad about yourself, things spiral out of control, and before you know it, you're just back to where you started. Hey,
definitely.
And that's when you've got that continued support and the accountability and the other community or the ladies in the community, it just keeps you going. And I think we get how important that is to have that support system in place as mums. Hey, definitely. Because even in the real world, there's only certain friends that I'd tell if I was on a health kick as such. Because everyone's got their own opinion. I understand that, but it's nice just to have those few group of girls that you can talk about it. You know, not everyone wants to talk about weight loss and healthy eating and that, you know, but this group, we're all doing the same thing together, so it makes it feel better, you know, like you've got something to say, you put it on there, no one's going to knock you down, they're all supporting you, whether it is good or bad. So that's what I love about it. Yeah, totally, 100%. It's so important. And that's why I hammer home so much about having that 3-step or 3-pillar system. You know, it's the training and nutrition, like that's a huge big part of it, like we spoke about, having that support, and then having the capacity to be able to shift your mindset to make this something that is a lifestyle, not just something that's you see it as just a quick fix that you're going to do for a couple of months and then you're going to stop and start something else. So, and that's why we fall into this trap of, you know, we will usually pick one thing. It's like, oh, I'll just start a new diet, whether it be like a fasting diet or a keto diet or something. You don't really have those other 2 pillars in place for the support and the accountability, and then also, the way that you are reprogram all of those old stories and beliefs that you've carried with you from, you know, years and years of patterns that you've fallen into. So it's really, really important to have all of those in place. Hey, definitely. Awesome. So what would your advice be to other women who may be in your situation where, you know, they're not feeling good within their body, they're not confident within how they're looking, they're maybe trying lots of different things, whether it be diets or whether it be some sort of exercise? Like what would your advice be to them from what you've learnt from your journey over the last couple of months?
Join Fit Vibes, Ed and the girls. Definitely worth it. Definitely. Best group I've ever joined. As I said, I've done everything. I've done keto and low carb and high protein and all that sort of stuff. This is the best bunch of girls. Everything is step by step. I love that at the start you just do little things. It's not all here's everything, off you go. Just doing the protein and the calories at the start, I thought, oh, what about everything else? But as it come to that next step, I'll look back and go, oh, that was great. What a great idea, rather than, because it does, for people that haven't used MyFitnessPal, it's easy once you know how. It doesn't take that long. At the start, I'm like, oh, this is crazy, I'm never going to get this, but you do. It's like anything once you know. And then doing all the levels doing one level at a time, learning all that, and then going on to the next level is a great idea too. Definitely worth it. Everything, you have a question, you answer it within an hour or, within that day, definitely. That's a great help too.
Awesome.
No.
Yeah, that's good. So there's no looking back for you then, like you feel like you've found that this is the way you have control now, like you're in full control. Your body shape is changing, you're feeling heaps better, you've got lots more energy, and it's not like you're doing anything crazy or extreme, hey? Like it's just
not at all.
Yeah, easy to feel.
I'm dumbfounded that I'm 45 years old and it's taken me this long to find you. And I look at it and I think it's easy, like it's not easy, you've got to do it, but it's easy steps to do, like it's not rocket science, but you're there to guide us on how to do it. Normally I'd dread summer because I don't know, I just dread going into summer thinking all these things I'm going to do and I'm going to be back to square one and start again. But at the minute, I'm looking forward to summer and, not putting that weight back on because I'm not going to. I feel better in my mind and body that I'm not going to do that again.
Yeah. And that's it. Like you can have those things too, like, over summer, things like, if you were going to have like a cheese platter with some biscuits or fruit, like, now, and you've got the tools to be able to do that.
Definitely.
It's not like you're like, oh, well, I can't eat carbs or I can't eat cheese or I can't eat, whatever.
Yep.
Because you've got that knowledge now, you don't feel like you're missing out and you just have to then go and completely blow it over summer when you're having barbecues and whatever.
Yep.
Yeah. You come to after New Year's and you're like, right, okay, back into it again, hey.
Yep.
And it's
definitely
freeing to be in that place, hey.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah, that's amazing. Awesome. Well, you've had an amazing journey just in a short couple of months, and even the fact that you did go away, when you first sort of started, and it was really interesting when we started, we had our first conversation and I said to you, like, don't wait, like, start now, and then you can start to build those habits while you're away. And a lot of women fall into that trap of going, oh, well, it's not the right time, I'm going away, and I'm like, well, it's the best time to do it.
Absolutely.
You're not in routine, because you're always going to have those times in your life when things are happening and you're out of routine. So why not learn how to control those situations or be more in control of those situations when you guide and help you, rather than always just thinking, oh, well, it's holiday, so I'm going to fall off the wagon and now I have to start again. So I really love the fact that you were like, I'm just going to get it, get straight into it, do the best I can while I'm away, and then when you're at home, you're like, right, now I'm really going to knuckle down and make this change, which you have, which is amazing.
Definitely.
Yeah, awesome. And so much stronger, obviously physically within your body, but in your mindset as well for it. So,
which helps, those two together. Good balance.
Yeah, and it is. It's definitely, those two together, which just makes you feel good. And you want to do stuff then too, hey, like you want to be able to get out and, do stuff with the kids, do things that normally you might feel a little bit like, self-conscious about, or you don't really have that confidence to do it. So so that's really
definitely
awesome. It's so nice seeing transformation, and you're a testament to someone who's committed. You're committed to doing the work, you're committed to putting in the effort, you're committed to learning, and
Yeah.
These are skills that you've now got for life. So it's really
Absolutely.
great to see you just progress so far. So you should be really proud of yourself.
Yeah, I am. And I'd like to thank you very much. So it's been awesome, meeting you. And as I said, knowing that you've been where I've been definitely helps.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Yeah. And I think that makes me so much happier when I see ladies like yourself make a shift, because I know, what it is like to be in that place. Yeah, where you're trying all these things and nothing's working and you're frustrated and, life's just kind of a bit of a blur and you don't feel in control, and how freeing it is when you do get to the other side and you have that control back again, and you can just have a healthy body, you can just be happy, you can have that balance, and it is possible. And that's
definitely,
that for everybody. I want every woman to be able to experience that. So
yes, absolutely. Yeah. Get on board, girls.
Yeah, that's it. So let's do it.
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Pleasure.
Yeah.
Absolute pleasure.
Awesome.